Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. As you can see behind me I've got a haul, and this is a haul that I actually got from auction. So once in a while I'll buy some sets from auction. I normally get some sort of older sets, some slightly more unusual and rarer sets, and I actually only won these last week, and they came within a week, so they were delivered very quickly. My total spend on this whole auction haul, so there's two big boxes, a bigger one here and a fairly big one at the top there, it cost me just over £1,300. That included the post and packing. I won a total of 11 different lots, although there are more than 11 sets in there. There's a few of the lots which had 2 or 3 or multiple sets in each lot. So I'm going to start cracking these open in a sec. So stop! Hammer time! Let's get into this. Yes, and I know they technically use gavels in auction houses, not hammers, but you get the idea. Right, let's crack this open and have a look and see what's inside. These are normally very well wrapped by the auction house. So let's see what we've got. You can sort of see the top of the box here. I've got the smaller box first of all. Okay, nice and well packed. So we've got lots of bubbles to start with. Oh wow, okay. And it does look as though the sets have all been individually bubble wrapped as well. So that's going to make things very interesting. It's going to take a while to get into some of these things. Let's get into this little bag first of all, shall we? I think we've just got some poly bags by the look of things. So just got a couple of small poly bags here. Nothing too exciting, I don't think. 30305 Spider-Man Super Jumper, whatever that is. What year is that from? That's from 2015, so it's older than you realise. And then we've got 3, and I've had some of these before from some of the auction hauls. They are the First Order General, and these are from 2016. So I've got 3 of those and 1 of those. That's the first little packet that I've opened. Just tilt that up and you can see everything's got loads of bubble wrap in there. Next set then is this one here. Now you can probably see that through the packaging. It's the Back to the Future idea set. I don't think I've ever had one of these, you know. Let's get this open. Okay, look at that there. That's a really nice box as well. Set number 21103. This is the original Back to the Future. We get a Marty and a Doc figure in there. It's part of the ideas range. Oh, can you mix and match it? So you go, yeah, you can customise the model. And oh, hang on a second. Oh, that was supposed to be sealed. That is not good. That. Okay. Right, let me just check the listings because I'm sure this was supposed to be sealed. Okay, that's actually down to me not reading the details correctly on this one. It does actually say that good plus packaging, some scuffs and creases on the box. Box has been opened, but most of the contents are still sealed within the original bags and appear to be unused. So, okay, that's my fault for not doing that correctly. I want to obviously check whether we have the minifigures. They do look as though they're in there. So that's the top there for Doc. We've got the hoverboard and we've got the Marty bit as well and the legs. So it does look as though it's all there. What I will need to do is check to see whether the number of bags that we've got in here is correct. The instructions look pretty good as well. Quite nice little natty instructions, to be fair. Yeah, oh, that's a shame because I generally thought that was going to be a sealed set. But it looks as though I'm not. It's my fault for not reading the instructions. My heart sank when I saw it had been opened, but I will need to double check that. So that probably means I've slightly overpaid for this because, yeah, I thought that was a sealed set. Let me just check how much I paid for this. So my hammer price on this was £60, which isn't too bad. With the fees and things added on there, it works out at £76 and a few pence. And then because I had to pay the postage and packing as well, you got to add another £7 on there as well. So I probably paid £84 for this. So I don't think there's probably going to be a lot of profit in this set, knowing that the box has been opened. But the contents inside are classed as new. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure all the pieces are there. The box is in pretty good condition. Just seen a little bit of a sort of scuff on the front there. You can see that little line and mark on there. So, oh dear. So that'll teach me to read all the instructions and read all the information before I bid on things maybe in the future. But still pretty pleased to have one of those. Let's get into some other things as well. Let's get into this set here. So you can probably see this is an architecture set. Right, and it's this one here. And just double checking on this one, this is definitely sealed this time, hooray! And it's the Trevi Fountain, set 21020. This is a set from a few years ago. Again, I think it's probably from about 2015, 2016. 2014. So this is a set that I've never had actually, and I can't remember what these sell for now on the aftermarket, but they're pretty sought after, and I have to say the box condition is very, very good. Now I do know that this is part of a larger order, so let me just try and get the other set that's part of this. There is another set just here. Oh, they're smaller sets. Is it that one there? No. Okay, so I'll have to come back to how much I paid for all of these, because all the boxes in here are all mixed up. So let me pop that there, and we have another same set here. So it's exactly the same set, the Trevi Fountain, but this is part of another lot. And I think one of the lots with the architecture sets had 3 sets in it, and one had 2. So I'm not quite sure which set goes with which lot, but let me just get this out of the bag. And again, just checking it's all sealed. Little bit of a crease on the bottom there, but that's neither here nor there. Again, very good condition for an old, what's that, 10 years old set now, this. So hopefully, when I go to Lego fairs and sell these on, there'll be people that are keen to get these kind of sets. Right, let's get into some other sets as well. So we have some Star Wars sets here. A little bit of cushion to the boxes. Again, this is part of another lot. I think all the lots in these boxes are fairly well mixed up. So we've got a couple of microfighters by the look of it here. Both boxes are a little crushed though, and I was expecting this because I did see these lots on the actual site, and you can see there that the back of the box is a little bit denched in, as is that one there. I think they were already like that, but these are quite old microfighters. These are from Series 2 and Series... Oh, they're both from Series 3, sorry. We've got the First Order Snowtrooper and the Resistance X-Wing Fighter. Again, when I sell these on, I'll obviously make people aware that there is box damage, but they are both sealed. They are, I would still consider them new, even though the box condition isn't the greatest. How much are these worth? Probably about £15 each. I'll have to double check on both of these, but it's just nice to get some older, slightly unusual sets that I don't sort of have on my stall. I'm always sort of looking for different and unusual types of sets when I go to these Lego fairs. Let's pop those there. Now we have this as well. I did know this was part of one of the lots. It's not actually Lego. However, it might come in useful, and this might be something I just use for myself. And it is a display case. Deluxe collectible mini display case. I did actually get one of these from one of my friends, Mark, recently. I haven't actually used it yet, but I will, because I have got some minifigures, maybe the Animal Crossing, maybe some of my Fabuland figures I'll probably put in this. So it isn't Lego. It's not a Lego branded thing. I did see it was in part of one of the lots, but it's just one of those things that happens. If you get extra things that you're not that bothered about, I will still be able to use it in some way or form. Right, we have next what looks like 3 separate sets in here. Let's get into this. Okay, we have a bunny. We have a love bear. And we have this chicken here. So 40202 is a set number for the little chicken or the duck or whatever this is. Little chick, isn't it, for Easter, I would imagine. This is from, let me find the year, 2016, so it's from a few years ago. We've also got 40085, the Valentine's Bear. That's quite a cute little thing. That's from 2014, so a couple of years older. And we've got the little bunny here, which is set number 40086. That's probably going to be from the same year. Yeah, that's from 2014 as well. So again, these aren't probably worth an awful lot, maybe a tenner each, but it's just, again, nice to have something different, something unusual. And that was part of a larger haul as well. I'll try and lump everything together later once I figured out what everything is actually worth. Right, this one is something I've been looking forward to checking out. Now, I do know this one is actually opened, but it's a really old Duplo set. Now, I wouldn't normally buy Duplo, but this is a set from, I think it was from about 1988, and it just looked in absolutely immaculate condition, and it wasn't that expensive either. So let me just get into the box first of all. Now, look at that. So that is the box there. It's Duplo set number 2641. Let me try and find a date on the back of the box. Yeah, from 1988. I think I looked it up. I remember looking this up when I was buying this, and it has been opened. But goodness me, look at the quality of that. I mean, it's literally like new. I just wonder whether this has ever been used. Let's get the figure out, because the figure is probably the one thing that would tell the quality. That looks brand new. Now, look, I'm not that into Duplo, but I just love the idea that I could get this whole set. And look how Lego used to package things as well, in these sort of plastic boxes here. There's a little bit of ripping on the bottom there. Even the plain piece looks in pretty good condition, I have to say. We've got a little part. Does that open? Let's have a look. Yeah, that does open there. Wow. I mean, this for a... How old is this? This is 35, 36 years old, perhaps. Is in very, very good condition. And I say I saw it on the auction, and I wouldn't normally go for this thing, but I have to say, very impressed. Yes, the box is not perfect, but I tell you what, it's not bad. And yeah, absolutely astounded by how good quality this. I think someone's just obviously bought this for somebody, never gave it as a gift, and that's just sort of sat in somebody's attic or loft. Now, this is actually, I think, a bit of a bargain. I don't think there's a great deal of value in something like this personally, but my buy-in price, my hammer price on this set was £20, which meant I paid £25.40 once all the fees had been added plus £7. So this basically cost me £32. Now, it's quite a big set, and you get a lot of plastic for your money. Not many pieces, obviously, but yeah, I just like this, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do with this. This is probably just something I'm going to keep. I'm sort of getting to the point where I'm starting to acquire quite a lot of older sets and things like that. So who knows whether I don't know, when I go to one of these shows, maybe do some kind of stall with some older sets on there, perhaps. I really don't know, but yeah, pleased to get that. And £32, do you think that's a bargain? Do you think that's the best thing ever for something that's nearly 40 years old, basically? I think that's pretty good. So really pleased with that. Nobody obviously wanted to bid on that, but I did, so I won. Yay! We've got one more item in here, and it's a biggie, and it's a big architecture set as well. Let me just get into this. And this is another set I've never owned before. Just checking that it's sealed, which it is, and this is one of the more sought after architecture sets. It's the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, set 21017. I think this is sort of one of the more original architecture sets that they did from 2013. So this is 11 years old now. I did pay quite a lot of money for this particular lot. I think it was in a lot of 2 or 3. Let me just check on my phone. Yeah, so this was a lot of 3. I haven't actually got the 3rd item from this particular lot yet. That's probably in the other box. So I'll tell you how much I paid for all of this. But this is worth I don't know, probably a couple of £100 if around that kind of money. It is a fairly sought after set, and I'm really pleased. It's quite heavy as well, quite big for an architecture set. So that is everything from the first box. Quite an eclectic mix, as you can see. We've got some retired, well, they're all retired sets, but they're all sort of unusual. We've got some architecture in there. We've got some Duplo, which I'm really pleased about. So what I need to do now is find my knife, and I'm going to get into this box down here, which is just out of shot. Right, so in the box, let's get rid of the bubble wrap. It's very well packaged again. Wow, and it does look as though everything's been wrapped up again. So let's get into one of the larger sets first of all. And we have this set here. You can probably see that's the BB-8 from Star Wars. Let me get into it. There we go. So this is a set I do regret not getting any of back in the day. I was buying Lego for investment at the time, but not an awful lot. 75187 is the set number. It's quite a popular set, this. I do think I paid a reasonable amount for it as well. Let me just double check what I paid for this. This was on an individual lot. Yeah, so my hammer price for this one was £90, which meant I paid £114.30, which basically means with post and packing, that comes to £121. So there's probably not a lot of profit in this as and when I sell this on, but just nice to get this. I'm just double checking all the seals are all sealed. And I think you do get a mini BB-8 with this. Yeah, it's one of the ones where you get a plaque, and you also get a little mini BB-8 in there as well. But again, this is one of the more sought after Star Wars sets. It is something I do regret not getting any of at the particular time. But let's have a look at the year of this one. Let's see when it was first released. 2017, so it's not quite as old as some of the other sets, but still pleased to have had this. And yeah, I think this could do well at Lego fairs. Just need to get the price right on that one. Let me just move a few things around at the back. Right, that's a little bit better. Let's get into some more of these sets. So this is something, again, I think that was part of a larger lot, and I wasn't particularly bothered about this particular set because it's something that's readily available at the moment, and it's this here, the Disney Castle 40478. I don't really think I've got any of these. This is probably something I will just work out what I paid for, probably sell it on quite quickly. Nothing too special in this. It's still available, and I think I did see recently that these have been, the shelf life on this has been extended to the end of 2026, so these won't be retiring anytime soon, but yes, I've got one of those. Now I've got some interesting sets here. I'll get into these two first of all. Now these are very, very small, and I was very excited when I was bidding on these, and again it was part of a larger haul, larger lot should I say. I'm not sure the boxes are going to be in that good condition, but let's just have a quick look and see what we've got. Oh, can't get into it. Wow, okay. So we have two tiny Lego sets. Look at those little things there. Now, these are from a while ago. I have to say, the box condition on these is very good. It wasn't quite clear in the pictures how good these were, but you can see they're both still sealed on the back. We've got set number, what's the set number? 3055 is that. Now, look, there's not a lot to these sets, as you can see. They are quite small. These probably would have been a couple of pounds in shops at the time. And you've got this one, 1180, very, very good condition. Let's just try and find a year on these, because I think that's the important thing, is to see how old these sets are. That's from 1999. Wow, that is amazing condition for a set that's 25 years old. Again, I don't know whether I'm going to sell these on or whether I'm going to keep these as sort of a memento. This one here, I think this is from the, was it from the Explorers range or something like that? Let's see what year this is from. 1998, even older. So yeah, again, it was part of a larger lot, and again, I can't remember how much I paid for these, but not quite sure what these would be worth in this condition. It's something I'm going to have to check because I've really got no idea. But yeah, some retro Lego again. I do like my retro Lego, and I'm actually really pleased because I thought these, you couldn't really tell on the pictures how good the quality of these boxes were, but these are really good. So I'm very, very pleased. Ian's very happy at the moment with some of these older retro sets of how they're coming out. We've got one more little retro set as well. Let's get into this one. Okay, so this one is a little more squashed. This has seen better days, as you can see. Oh dear. This is set number 6100. It's sort of a little submarine Aquaman type thing, some kind of diver. This has been really seen better days. What's the year on this one? 1998 again. So you never know, I might actually open this one. You can hear the Lego inside. It is still a sealed set, even though it's really battered. It has seen better days, the boxes, but it looks like it's been through the wash actually. But there is Lego inside there. I'm sort of half tempted to maybe open that one. I'll see what these are worth before I open them, but yeah, maybe I'll go into that one. We'll have to wait and see. So that's not so good. I was expecting one of them to be a little bit torn up and battered, which there it is. But the other two, very, very impressed by those two. We got one of these little things here. I think this is not quite as exciting as the last little lot. There we go. It's just one of these little chicken hut things that comes in the box. There's 4 pieces in there. I'm assuming the little man is in there. I'll check that later on. I don't think there's a set number on these, but oh, there we go. There's the set number, 500 whatever. But these are only from a few years ago. They're not particularly exciting. Probably worth a £5 if that. So again, just something that was part of a larger lot. Right, we have got some other sets in here. Let's get into some of the bigger ones, shall we? Or let's try this one first of all. Okay, this is what I was looking for earlier. There's 2 sets which are the same. So let's get into both of these. Okay, so we have, and I'm just checking they're both sealed, which they are, 2 of the Flatiron buildings. Set number for these is 21023. Oh, we seem to have a bit of a string in the bottom there. I think that's just a little tag that the auctioneers use. Yeah, again, this is a set I've never actually owned. Let me just check the year on these particular sets if I can find it. These are from 2015, so 9 years old. So the architecture sets, there were 2 lots that I won. So I had a Flatiron and a Trevi fountain, and let me tell you how much I paid for that. My hammer price for that was £110 for the 2 sets, which meant my buy-in price after the fees was £140, so £147 with post and pack-in. I think the Trevi fountain goes for upwards of £100, certainly, probably a lot more than that, and obviously the Flatiron probably tends to go for, I don't know, 70, maybe something like that. I need to check my prices, but that's the kind of going rate. So there is a little bit of profit left in those, potentially. Now, the other one I paid a lot more for. So that was the Imperial Hotel, a Flatiron and a Trevi fountain. So I've got 3 sets in this lot, and it was £190 was my hammer price. The fees are quite a lot more, so the fees add up when your hammer price is higher. £241.30 was the price with fees, plus another £7 posted and packing. There's £248. Now, I know that the Imperial Hotel goes close to 200, and if we can get another 100, 180 maybe for the other 2. There's possibly a decent amount of profit in there potentially for those 3 particular sets. So it's probably not as bad as it seems, but yeah, just nice to have some different and some unusual architecture sets. So there's my buy-in price for those. Let's get into some more of these sets. Now I've got this one here. Now, can you see what that is? There we go. Let's turn it that way round. You can maybe see what it is through there. It's dimensions, I think, if you can just about read that there. But, and again, this is something now. I know I don't. I know I've bought a lot of dimension sets over the past year, a lot from these auctions. So this is a dimension that I've never actually had, and it's the actual Xbox game. I'm just checking. The tabs are a little bit loose, but it is still sealed. This is the actual game. So quite a lot of people come up to me at these fairs when I'm selling dimensions and ask me what it is, and I say it's a game. So this is the actual Xbox game that you actually get, and I'm assuming that you get all this sort of stuff here to build as well. It's a starter pack. It looks like you get. Let's have a quick look what we get included in here. So we get this sort of weird base thing here. This is what you play the game on. You've also got all these bricks as well, and then you get 3 figures. You get Wildstyle, Batmobile, and Gandalf. So yeah, this is something that I've never had before. So if somebody does want to play Dimensions and they've hopefully got an Xbox One, that will work. I have no idea whether Xbox One games work on more modern versions of Xbox. If you can let me know, because it'll be save me searching. But yeah, this was quite a lot of money again, but I think these are quite sought after because again they're quite rare. What did I pay for this? So okay, it wasn't too bad. My buy-in price was £50, which means with the fees it was £63.50. With the post and packing, that works out at about £70. Again, probably not an awful lot of profit in this. I don't know whether these sell maybe close to 100, but yeah, it is something I'm sort of glad I got, because it just gives people the opportunity, if ever they come to my stalls, that I do have a version of the actual game to sell now, as well as all these little add-on packs that I've managed to collect over the years. So let me just pop that there behind. Let's get into some more of these. I think we've got some more of the little Star Wars microfighter sets. So let's get into this one first of all. Again, the boxes really aren't great on these. They are quite squished. I was expecting that. They did look like that in the actual packaging. But we have this set here, 75129, the Wookiee gunship, and that's from Series 3. And we also have 75163, Krennic's Imperial Shuttle, and that is from Series 4. So when are these from? Let me just check the years. Yeah, this box isn't great, to be fair. I was expecting it is still sealed though. This is from 2017, which means this is probably from 2016. So again, this isn't too bad, this box. It's a little bit dented, but not too bad. That one's slightly worse for wear. But anyway, a couple more Star Wars sets. And there's 2 more in here as well. They do look as though they're all different, which is quite nice. So we have a Series 3 and a Series 5 again. Boxes have sort of seen better days, a little bit crushed. Not the greatest. 75128, the TIE Advanced Prototype, and 75193, the Millennium Falcon Microfighter. That's with the Wookiee. So I'm getting quite a selection of these little Star Wars things. Again, they're probably only worth about £10 each, especially with the box condition. But at least they're sealed, and I think that's the important thing. Is yeah, that Wookiee one's seen better days. Look at that in the corner. A little bit of a shame that the boxes are tatty, but they are all sealed, so that is a good thing. Right, we've got some bigger sets here now. First one is this. Now, I've had one of these at an auction before. There we go. And it is this here, and how's the box condition looking? Pretty good, I have to say. Very impressed with this one. 10254, the Winter Holiday Train. I did have one of these, and I did sell it eventually, recently. It took a while to sell. It was quite a slow seller, but I thought I'd bid on one again because I did manage to sell the last one. What did I pay for this? I think I paid quite a bit for it. Yeah, I did. Oh, goodness me. I paid £140 for this on the Hammer, and it was £178 with the fees. So it's 185 this will be. So that's quite a buying price. Now, I do seem to remember that I did sell this for around about 230, 240. So there's definitely a little bit of profit in there. yeah, it's a nice set. It doesn't come with power functions, this one. You can buy them extra, but it is really just a train. But trains do quite well for Lego, so I'm quite pleased to get another one of those. Might take a while to sell this because it's going to be quite an expensive thing on my stall, but we'll have to wait and see how that does. And we have something else as well. Oh, okay, yes, so I'm just trying to look at the other sets because I couldn't remember what I'd won. So, you can probably tell what this is through the packaging. It's a VW camper, the old red style. I do manage to seem to pick these up quite a lot from these auctions. I had loads of these back in the day and I sold them all on. I have to say the box looks in very, very good condition. Let me just check the buy-in price for this one. Again, it was an individual lot. And I paid £100 on the hammer for this. It's 127 with the extra fee, so it was 134 with all of the additional postage costs. Again, these normally sell at fairs for upwards of £160, so not a great amount of profit in a set like this. But again, it's just something I like to take to fairs. These do sell quite quickly, so we'll have to wait and see how that one does. So another one of those. We've got two more sets and they're bigger ones. First one is this. Now you can probably make out that is the Creator London bus. Now that is the set. Just checking the seals are all on, which they are. The box again is in very good condition. Set number 10258, the London bus. This is a set that retired a couple of years ago. I think I only ever had one of these that I bought. This is a set I'd really like to build myself, but I probably won't. What did I pay for this? Let me just double check because I can't remember. I paid £90 on this one, which means my amount with the fees was 114, and then another £7 post and packing. So this cost me £121. Again, I don't think there's a great deal of profit in this particular set. I'm sure these were around about £90 to buy back in the day. But what I like about this is it's kind of a full-size bus, and you can sort of take the lid off, and it's got all those little seats inside as well. Just a really nice looking build, and yeah, I do actually like this set. So yeah, one of those. Let's pop that there, and there's one more set to go, and it's this one here. You can probably see what that is. It's another Creator set. It's another vehicle. There we go, and again it does look as though the box is in pretty good condition. A little bit of a skank in the corner there, but that's neither here nor there. Again, I did have I think one or two of these back in the day. 10252 is the set number, Volkswagen Beetle. I always thought this looked, even though I can sort of see the shape of the Volkswagen Beetle, I always thought this looked more like a Citroen 2CV, if you know what one of those looks like, more than a Beetle. I think the front of it looks slightly Beetleish, but the rest of it being sort of quite blocky and square does look a bit more like a 2CV. So anyway, that's just my ideas and thoughts on that. What did I pay for this, I hear you asking? Let me have a quick check. Where are we? I paid £60 for this, so yeah, my buy-in price with the fees is $76.20. With the post and packing, that works out at about $83. These tend not to go for probably 110, 120 these days. So again, probably a little bit of profit in these if and when I sell these at fairs. But yeah, that is another vehicle. So I've got quite a few vehicles there, which is interesting. Right, that is pretty much everything. That is £1,330 worth of Lego from an auction, so you don't get too much for your money, do you? But let me reorganise these, and I'll try and give you some prices on some of the combined lots which I didn't get previously. I've just had a quick reminder. So all of this here was from the same lot. So the hammer price for this was £80, which meant my buy-in price after the fees was 101. So with the post and packing, that worked out at 108. So I think for £180, I think this is probably a decent little lot. Even if you were only to get £10 each for these 9 sets here, there's £90. You could probably easily get £20 for that no idea what these little sets are worth. Whether I'm going to keep these and sell these on, we'll have to wait and see. A few little polybags there, and the little set there. So probably a little bit of profit within this, but again, just exciting for me. I think most of all, I think one of the reasons why I bought this was, yes, there were some decent Star Wars sets. Yes, they're all a little bit damaged. I did know that there would be a little bit damaged, but it was these two sets here, and I think for me, this is probably my most favourite thing, even though they're really small and really tiddy. The fact that they're 25 years old and in such fantastic condition, I think is really, really good. The third one, of course, isn't so much so good, so maybe I'll open that one just as a bit of sort of nostalgia factor and get into that and see what old Lego sets used to look like. But yeah, not too bad. £108 buying price for this. There we have it then. That is my most recent Lego auction haul. I hope you found this interesting, because I always do like these auctions. Yes, there's not a lot of profit in these, because by the time you paid for fees and postage, they can be quite expensive, some of these hauls. I do like it when I sort of win around about 10 or so different lots. If you sort of win one or two of these things, the postage can be extortionate. The more sets you win, obviously, the average cost of the postage does come down a little bit. But I just think there's some interesting sets in there. All of these sets I'm pretty certain I'll be able to sell on at Lego fairs, upcoming Lego fairs next year and things like that. Just pleased to get some sets I've never really had before. Things like all of the architecture sets that I've got, I've never had those before, and just really those really old rare sets, those two little boxes there, they're fantastic. And that Duplo set as well, I've just had a good look at that. It has been played with. It's got a little bit of sort of, you can tell it's got a little bit of playwear, but it's really negligible for a Duplo toy, which you expect to take quite a lot of hammer. It really is in very, very good condition. There's no instructions with that. I've just had a check of the box and there aren't any there. So I'll have to check to see whether there were instructions, and if there are, maybe I can get hold of them from somewhere else, maybe Bricklink or something like that. And I would assume that there would have been some kind of insert in the top of the box, the plastic as well. That's missing. Whether there was or not, I don't know. I'm going to have to research all of that, but I think all in all, just for a set that cost me, what was that, about £32-33, I just think it's something nostalgic, even though I didn't have it as a kid or anything like that. There's just something so nostalgic about older Lego sets like that, and the way that they used to display them, and all the packaging that they used to use, all sort of the plastic and that, which of course they don't use anymore. They've become a lot more eco-friendly, obviously, Lego, over the years. I think the highlight for me though are just these two sealed Lego system sets from the late 90s. I just think they're just in such fantastic condition. I certainly won't be opening them, but we'll have to wait and see what they're worth. I need to have a good look, and it might be quite difficult to price up something like this, because they're probably quite rare, and certainly in that condition I would assume they're quite difficult to get hold of. So maybe I could possibly charge a premium for those two, but all in all, I'm pretty pleased with everything that I've got. Yeah, not a lot of Lego for £1,330-ish, but I think this will sell well and look good on my stalls in the new year when I come to selling these things on. If I decide, of course, to sell them on. So I'm probably going to keep that Duplo thing for a while. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.